No, thank you. Uh, Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The match was a very tight encounter, like we had expected. We were playing one of the best teams in our region, and we knew that they were going to come strong, especially on the wings, and that's what happened. But we had also prepared ourselves well in terms of how to keep the tactical discipline. And the expectation was in the first 15-20 minutes they come strong, and then when they come strong we should capitalize on the spaces that they'll leave behind, and it came out that way. And the second half, I think it was another interesting encounter, because at the same time they wanted to get a goal, but also we need to control the game, keep the ball, try to play. And it wasn't easy, but our charges were able to be disciplined and enjoy the moment. And it's a phase whereby we're saying we have learned a lot out of this match, and we need to now keep our feet on the ground, prepare for the next match.
Thank you very much, Coach. Now it's the opportunity for the media to ask questions by raise of hands, identifying yourselves, and then shoot. Lorenzo?
Coach Lorenzo Mitaskitans, you are now unbeaten in 3 games, win and 2 draws, and temporarily or maybe top of Group C. Or, was that part of your expectations in your first 3 games in this World Cup qualifiers?
Yeah, we have always had that belief that we need to be competitive, because for a number of years, Lesotho, when we play international matches, even friendlies, we find we play in our region. So it's good that we play other big footballing countries. For us, it's a situation whereby we gain experience, our players get the exposure. So we have to take one match at a time, and we are saying, look, the position where we are now, we enjoy it, we're going to enjoy it for today, but we are not saying we're going to pack and sit down. No. We know we still have tough encounters, tough matches coming through, and which we'll still plan for that and embrace those matches when they come.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah. Coach Velle from SABC, congratulations on the result. Yesterday you did say that even though this Zimbabwean team to you comes across as a closed book, also because they're coming with a different coach, what would you say worked better for you today? First goal, set play, second goal, a counter, and you talked about the tactical discipline as well. So what would you say worked better for you in terms of countering a team that you didn't know much about?
Yeah, the expectation is, if it's like a new team, our host, Zim, we were expecting that there are areas whereby they would not see that team cohesion, So, but the talent obviously is there, we expect that. But we're saying those slight mistakes that would come up, we should utilize them, and because when you play a smaller country, sometimes you tend to not give it that much respect. You just go, but now not managing certain areas that you think the team would utilize. So we had a plan that those smaller areas, those smaller spaces, let's see to it that we are there when we have the ball. And fortunately enough, we're there and we managed to get the goals.
Thank you very much, Coach. Jawula?
Coach, Jared from News 24, how has it affected you and the team not being able to play at home? And how have you sort of brought the team closer to the people who aren't able to see their team live in their own country?
Firstly, it had brought a lot of discomfort within the team setup and in the country. But we sat down with the team and said, look, this is an opportunity for us to grow. Playing away from home, we need to now have the self-belief and manage the everything that goes around with the game. Like today, you know, very few Lesotho supporters who we really appreciate for them to come, and then see the stadium was mostly the Zimbabweans, and that's the time when you say now we go playing against when the odds are against you, you know. So I think it's working well for us, you know. It's working very well. I'm happy that it's happening like this.
So how have you sort of brought the team closer to its people who are not able to see it live with almost every game in America?
I think the media is doing very well. I've seen some of our counterparts here. They are here, and they are truly doing their utmost best to see to that everybody gets the information.
Coach, I see you're taking your next match to Durban. Why Durban in particular? I remember you also played Benin there.
I think it's mostly due to our logistics, and I think our administrators can answer that better. But for us, it's okay. You know, because we don't have a stadium, so wherever that we get the opportunity to play. But really, like I say, our principals, I think, are the best people to answer the question.
Okay, last two questions. Start with Lavmo.
Coach, how much do you think the dynamics of international football have changed, seeing that in a country like Lesotho, with players that are scattered all over the first division here in South Africa, being able to compete with the Zimbabwean team that comes with players from all over Europe, you know, how do you think that landscape of international football is developing in this space?
I think it's more about us as the coaches. It starts there, not only the coach, but for now, the first one would be mostly about the coaches. You know, we need to plan. We need to try as much as we can to get information. You know, that now we can also relate it to the players, and also when our league is competitive, it also helps, you know, in terms of you as the coach calling, you know, selecting the players for the national team, and also that when you have players playing outside the borders of Lesotho, it also, like ourselves, you know, we have a few players who are playing here in South Africa and also in Botswana, and they always bring a wealth of experience and exposure into the team setup. So far with Lesotho, that's how we've managed to, you know.
Thank you, Coach. Last one, Ketasa.
Coach, does it surprise you? I hear that you mentioned that some players are playing here in South Africa, but does it surprise you that in terms of the scouting element, maybe it could have been better? I mean, I look at the results that you've had, not only in this competition, but also in the COSAFA as well. When you compare in terms of the scouting of players, maybe we should have had more of them in the Premier Division in South Africa. And also just a word on your next game, because Rwanda also lost last night to Benin, and what will be the expectations in Durban?
The match against Rwanda, for us, it's another game whereby we need to give them respect. We shouldn't be carried away with today's result. Probably, if there are people who are gonna celebrate for the result, it's fine. They deserve to do that. But tomorrow, now we need to start learning and seeing to it that we get all the information that would assist us to put a very competitive performance against Rwanda. We know the quality that they have, but at the same time, we believe in ourselves, we believe in our players. So we just have to go and see how best we can perform.
And in terms of your players' attraction?
Okay, in terms of scouting, I think probably my opinion is some years back we haven't been performing well. So the scouts will always look where there is quality or the performance of the team is doing well. So lately, I think after we played the final of COSAFA last year, we started having players getting call-ups from some of the teams in South Africa. So I think we are in the right direction.
Coach, thank you very much for your time and good luck on your next game. Well done on the results today.
Thank you so much.
We're coming with part 2. Thank you.